My name's James Bush, originally from Stoke-on-Trent.
3,300 feet for 6,000 feet.
I'm Europe's first newly qualified pilot living with HIV. Becoming a pilot was a dream come true, but it wasn't just a lack of finances that made the journey to get there a turbulent one. The day that I was diagnosed was the worst day of my entire life. The rules at the time stated that if you were a person like me, HIV positive, you couldn't get the medical that you needed to train to become a commercial pilot. After the initial shock had passed, I took the case to some HIV charities. We created a campaign. It's mad when I look back on it. It was announced that anybody in the UK living with HIV could start to train to become airline pilots. We won. It was the best day of my life. But there is still another challenge ahead. Because of my HIV status, I can only fly with another qualified pilot, and this limitation could have a huge impact on my career moving forward. So I want to take some tests and get it removed.
Today is super important because it'll mean that I am just like every other pilot, irrespective of the fact that I'm living with HIV. Kind of nervous, apprehensive, but looking forward to hopefully getting a result that'll help us move forward in a positive way.
Just do your best, and if you do your best and you keep as calm and focused as you can, then I'm sure your performance will reflect that.
Right now, I'm anxious about what the results might be. Will HIV prevent me from taking the next step in my pilot journey? Only time will tell, I guess. Being HIV positive and going through this battle to become a pilot wasn't just physically demanding and stressful, it was mentally challenging too. And I have needed support along the way. What has gotten me through these past few years is knowing that I've got friends to support me.
After you.
Thank you.
Today I've got some news to share with them. My results are in.
I went for some tests, and the doctor believes that I have something called HIV-associated neurological disorder.
I'm devastated again, and it just feels that another dream has been shattered.
But I was kind of thinking, do you know what? It's another bump in the road. This isn't the end of the story. So watch this space, I think.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The path to this job wasn't easy. I was always determined that I was never going to give up. HIV is not going to stop me from doing everything that I want to be. Okay, so I went back to the doctors and did some additional testing. That got sent off to the Civil Aviation Authority, and finally I've heard back and got some news. And it's not good. It's amazing. I am now the first person living with HIV in the UK and Europe to hold a completely unrestricted medical. It feels like a weight's been lifted off my shoulders. It feels like for the first time in 8 years, I can truly say that I'm no different to anybody else, and my status doesn't make a difference to my career. What makes me more proud is to think that this is going to allow so many other people living with HIV in the future to realise their dreams of becoming a pilot. And I hope that it encourages anybody else living with any other condition and is barred from their chosen profession to go and do the same and know that ultimately you can win.